How to fix Pubg opening on second monitor. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we are tackling a highly frustrating display issue where PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds stubbornly launches on your secondary monitor instead of your primary screen. During our testing, we noticed this often happens after using Alt-Tab or due to conflicting third-party window management tools. We analyzed this error thoroughly, and our team found a comprehensive list of solutions to force Pubg back to your main display. If you are tired of staring at a black screen or constantly shifting windows, follow along as we walk you through every proven fix. First, let us try the quickest keyboard shortcut to force the active window across screens. While Pubg is open in borderless mode on the wrong display, press the Windows key, Shift, and the left or right arrow key simultaneously. This command instantly throws the active game window directly to your primary monitor. Once the game is on the correct screen, navigate to the in-game settings and switch the display mode back to full screen. If the keyboard shortcut fails to save your preference upon restarting, we need to reset the local configuration file. Press the Windows key and R together to open the Run dialog box. In the text field, type %localappdata%big/tslgame /saved/config/windows no editor and hit enter to access the hidden Pubg directory. Locate the configuration file named Game User Settings. Ini within this folder and delete it completely. Do not worry about breaking the game, because launching Pubg again will automatically generate a fresh configuration file with default settings. This forces the game to reevaluate your hardware and launch properly on the default primary screen. Sometimes, the display allocation logic freezes within the graphics driver itself, causing the game to misidentify the monitors. While on your desktop, press Ctrl, Shift, Windows, and B simultaneously to address this. Your screens will flash black for a brief moment as the graphics driver restarts. After the display returns to normal, launch Pubg again to see if the monitor priority has reset correctly. During our deep dive analysis, we discovered that third-party scaling applications heavily interfere with monitor detection. If you have used programs like WinExp to stretch resolutions for other games like Valorant, it might be hiding your primary monitor from the operating system. These resolution stretching tools can effectively disable your main screen in the background, tricking the computer into thinking only the secondary monitor exists. Open WinExp or your respective scaling software and restore your primary monitor to its active, default state to fix this. Next, we must verify that Windows correctly identifies your preferred screen as the primary display. Right-click anywhere on an empty space on your desktop and select Display Settings from the context menu. Click on the monitor you want to use for gaming to highlight it, which ensures you are modifying the correct device. Scroll down to the Multiple Displays section and check the box that says Make this my main display. We can also force the game to open on a specific monitor using Steam launch parameters. Open your Steam library, right-click on Pubg, and select Properties from the drop-down menu. In the General tab, locate the Launch Options text box at the bottom of the window. Type Monitor = 1 or SDLVIDEOFULLSCREENDI = 1 to hardcode the primary monitor index for the game engine. This command bypasses Windows routing and tells the game exactly where to render. Another highly effective solution involves disabling full-screen optimizations for the game executable itself. Open your Steam library, right-click on Pubg, go to Manage, and select Browse Local Files. Find the main game executable, right-click it, select Properties, and navigate to the Compatibility tab. Check the box labeled Disable Full-Screen Optimizations, and click Apply to prevent Windows from interfering with the game's display allocation. We also recommend clearing your DirectX shader cache, as corrupted temporary files can cause monitors to flash black and switch outputs. Open the Windows Disk Cleanup utility, select your primary drive, and check the box for DirectX shader cache. Click OK to delete these temporary files, which forces your graphics card to rebuild a clean display profile the next time you launch the game. A foolproof method to reset monitor allocation is to physically force the game to recognize only one screen. Close the game entirely and unplug the display cable of your second monitor directly from the graphics card. Launch Pubg while only the primary monitor is connected, ensuring it opens properly in full screen mode. Once you are in the main lobby, plug your secondary monitor back in. Windows should remember this hardware hierarchy for all future gaming sessions. NVIDIA and AMD control panels sometimes override standard Windows display settings, causing conflicts. Open your respective graphics control panel and navigate to the multiple display setup section. Ensure that your primary gaming monitor is marked with the primary star or identifier symbol. Apply the settings and restart your computer to lock in the hardware-level preferences. If the game continues to struggle with exclusive full screen, try utilizing the borderless windowed mode trick. Set the game to standard windowed mode, drag it manually to your main monitor, and maximize the window. Then, go into the Pubg graphics settings and change the display mode to borderless. This bypasses the strict full-screen monitor lock and relies on standard Windows desktop rendering instead. Additionally, ensure that Windows Game Mode is enabled, as it helps prioritize resources and display focus for active applications. Search for Game Mode in your Windows search bar and toggle the switch to the active position. To keep your system running smoothly and prevent future display glitches, we highly recommend running a system integrity check. Open Command Prompt as an administrator, type sfc/scano, and press Enter to repair any corrupted Windows files automatically. Finally, always ensure your graphics drivers are fully up to date through the official NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel control applications. Outdated or corrupted display drivers are the leading cause of multi-monitor rendering bugs in modern competitive titles. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more.